Hi everybody, this is Michelle again. I promised a video and I had a little bit of problems with my sound and video effects for my video recording, so that's what the delay was about. Anyway, I'll call this my lazy, messy hair day. I've been cleaning and doing homework. The reason that I decided to do another video is to try to briefly explain what happened at my neurologist appointment the other day. And this, I'm going to try and put it in the simplest form as possible based on what the doctor and the geneticist discussed with me. However, it's complicated, and this just goes to show you how complicated the neurological diseases can be. So basically they're going to talk to a fellow neurologist out in Las Vegas and have my mom go see him. The first visit was just going to be a basic neurological checkup to see if she shows any of the same signs or symptoms that I do. If he feels that there's some neurological deficit there, then they will continue with her as they are going to with me. But basically they think if they can get it pinned down to first find out if the abnormal gene that I have, ataxic gene that I have, is definitely from my mother. That's the first thing they want to do. In the meantime, they've ordered me to have another EMG, and if I didn't think that it was going to help, I wouldn't have it. However, they don't really hurt me because my nerves are basically, the nerve endings are dead, and so I don't really feel it. The last one that I had was approximately almost 2 years ago, and they had compared that one to 2 years prior, and it showed a very severe decrease in nerve in the messages going through the nerves to my legs. So I'm assuming it's going to be, since my disease has progressed, it's going to be a little bit it's going to show a little bit more this time as well. But the other thing is that he's having a doctor do the test, and that's all this. He's a neurologist, but that's all he does. He focuses on on EMGs and reading them properly, and then reporting them properly. In other words, text can do it, but if you can get a doctor that specializes in that area, obviously it's going to be a more accurate reading. The next thing is that they're going to do a skin biopsy and some more blood, and they are going to contact a number of the different scientists that only work on specifically trying to identify abnormal genes. So they're going to send off my blood and my skin biopsy to them. That'll take some time because they are basically going to break my DNA all the way down. And so while all that stuff is going on, what he told me is that the SCA is confirmed. It's just an identified gene. The MS can't be confirmed. They can only diagnose it as probable because I don't show any of the white matter plaques on my brain or spine yet. And so that's just a diagnostic criteria that they have to follow. So they can only leave that as probable MS. But the other thing is, and this was mentioned to me at UCLA in 2000, at U of M in 2004, and now Dr. Cam Holtz, who's my local neurologist at the Wayne State School of Medicine, Department of Neurology. And what they have all told me, and it's kind of been just pushed to the side, because they've been dealing with my main symptoms, or trying to, is the fact that that I show a definite upper motor neuron involvement or deficit. Upper motor neuron, which they've checked me for ALS and all of the common ones that they can check you for, and those were all negative, which doesn't surprise me, because and that's the thing with the neurological diseases. You can have test after test after test and they can be negative. It doesn't mean that there's nothing there. And he's more concerned about the upper motor neuron deficit, because of the fact that those are actually more fatal, or most of them are, than, you know, the complications from ataxia or MS. So that's where it stands, and I'm just going to remain positive. In the meantime, we're going to keep passing the word around. I posted the information on my wall and on the NAF Facebook page wall about the radio interview that I've been asked to do, and I'm really excited about it, because getting a phone call from someone from New York who does not have ataxia, but he does have a post-traumatic brain injury from an auto accident in 1979, and he does this radio show on different disabilities and the role that they play in our lives and so on. So it's going to be our opportunity as Ataxians to get the awareness out there more. I do plan on sharing with him the videos that we've been posting on YouTube, and I do plan on announcing that we are looking for a spokesperson of, all I can say is celebrity spokesperson, because that kind of covers everything. It could be sports persons, but someone who's in the media limelight to be a spokesperson for ataxia. So I'm going to announce that, and I hope that you're all able to connect to the link at 6:30 p.m. that's Eastern Time. And if there's any changes in that, or anything new comes up, I'll be sure to post it or send another video. In the meantime, God bless all of you. I hope you're all feeling the best you possibly can. And I do love you all. You're like my family. I appreciate every one of you and the stories that you share. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.